What's up, Tempo friends? It is Coach Clarence, and I am super excited to have you here for this 30-minute full body build. We are calling this one Fresh Start because that's what we're going to do today. Maybe you've taken some time off, or maybe you've been here all along, but you just need to get back to the basics. Today's class is going to be 3 rounds of strength. We're going to focus on lifting heavy, and we're going to focus on form, all right? Go ahead, make sure you have your weight set up, make sure you got a smile on that face, and as we always do before we start my class, wide stance with those feet. Hands by your side. Give me that big deep breath in. Big exhale out. All right, team. Let's start to warm up that body. We're going to start today with lower body in round 1. So that's where we're going to start our warm up. We've got some hinging. We've got some squatting. Putting them both together. So do me a favor. Put those hands behind your head. I want you to make sure that both of those feet are faced forward. You're going to go ahead, pull the hips back into a hinge motion as the knees bend. Give me a nice good morning. Big squeeze, and yes, it should be as slow as I did my good morning. Then take the feet wide. This will make sense later. Give me a nice squat. Pull the hips back. It's your first squat of the day, so it doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to look good. It just has to go down. Bring the feet back together. Give me that nice little good morning. Feet go wide. Squat. Good. Now, with that good morning, we're looking to feel a pull in the back of our legs, those hamstrings, right? Making sure that our back is still engaged. We don't have a hump in that back. With the squat, you're driving the knees out to allow that pelvic bone to sit down as you sit into the squat, feeling the glutes, feeling the quads. Let's go one more good morning right here. Breathing as you come to the top. Feet go wide. One more squat right here. Big exhale as you squeeze the glutes. Awesome job, you crushed that. All right, bring it to one end of your mat. Foreshadowing. We're gonna inchworm it out, okay? Reach those hands all the way out. I want you to give me a nice forward fold as you inchworm it down, out into a high plank position. And here's what I'm looking for. We're gonna drop the hips into a nice little upward dog. Why? Because we always wanna protect that spine, make sure that lower back is feeling good. Then, keep the toes tucked. We're gonna push it. Now we're in a downward dog. So think about on the balls of your feet, palms are pressing away, shoulder blades are together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Press it right back down into that upward dog. Biggest thing here, and I say it all the time, make sure that those earlobes and those shoulders are not hanging out telling secrets. Keep them separated. Tuck the toes. Big exhale. Again, balls of the feet. Palms are pressing away. You're feeling that stretch in the calf muscle, in the hamstrings. Shoulder blades are feeling together. Find that high plank in 3, 2, 1. Find that high plank. Listen up. Nice and slow. Lower that chest to the ground. Once that chest hits the ground, lift that upper body up. Nice little Superman. Hands come back down. Big press up to the top. I'm doing a modified push-up. Feel free to do one as well. Lower that body to the ground. Hands come up. Nice little Superman. Big press up. Final time. Lower that body to the ground. Big lift up with that Superman. Press it to the top. And team, you're warm. You're ready to go. So here's what I'll let you know. We did our job in that warm-up. You know why? Every exercise that we're going to do in class today, or every muscle group, we covered it. So keep all of that in mind as we're going through it. Again, the name of the class is Fresh Start. So let's talk about where we're starting today. We're going to start today with the lower body, as I said in the warm-up, and we're going to start with a deadlift. Now, if you take Coach Clarence's class often, I am a stickler for this hinge motion. Why? Because I used to be really bad at deadlifts. And once I learned, I made it my mission to teach the world. So, eyes on me. You will do this facing forward. Don't turn to the side. I'm just doing this so you can see my form. You're going to have both of those dumbbells. I want you to think about sliding the dumbbells down the front of your leg. Now, as you slide them down, hips shoot back. Notice that my back is not in this like arched position. Once you get to the middle of that shin, squeeze the glutes, bring it to the top. Let's grab the weights, let's try this together, face forward. We got 8 reps. So I want you to think slow, down for 3, big squeeze up for 1. Another tempo, down for 1, 2, up, 1, 2, if that works for you. I prefer that down for 3, 2, 1, big squeeze up for 1, but I want you to go at whatever pace works for you. Just give me about 6 to 8. 8 being the max. I don't want you to go any more than that. Take it slow. and rest it up. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop one of those dumbbells. That was our hinge motion. If you think back to the warm-up, think about that good morning that we did. Now, you're gonna take one dumbbell. You're gonna hold that dumbbell right at your chest. Feet are gonna be wide because we have a goblet sumo squat. All the sumo is gonna do is make sure we're working the outside of the glute, the quad more. Think about the toes faced outwards. It's like you're making a V. Drive the knees over the toes. Ready? Try it with me, nice and slow. 3, 2, 1. Big squeeze, drive the feet down. Are your feet wide? Good. Drive the knee over the toe for 3, 2, 1. Big squeeze at the top. Good. 3, 2, 1. Big squeeze at the top. Good. Continue that pace. Try to give me 3 more. Big exhale at the top. Don't let those knees come in. Your feet are wide. The toes are facing out. Final squeeze. Excellent job. Drop that dumbbell. All right, so we just finished our first set. Let's talk about what we're feeling. So both of those movements mimic what we did in our warm-up. If you skipped the warm-up, it's like you missed the what happened last week for a TV show. But it's all right, I'm gonna fill you in right here. What we're doing is we're working the lower body. We're working the 2 movement patterns that you usually see here with us. Usually you see in almost all of fitness for lower body, okay? With that hinge motion, we wanna make sure we're feeling the hamstrings. So as I pointed out, when you're down in that motion, maybe with a dumbbell or with a barbell with heavy plates, you would go all the way down to the ground, but we have those dumbbells, so we're gonna limit that range of motion a little bit. If you're starting to curve your back or feel your lower back, do me a favor. I want you to think about having 2 newspapers. You're holding them under your armpits. Don't let those newspapers drop, okay? Let's grab the weights. If that lower back is curving, put those newspapers under your armpits, nice and slow. So keeping the lat muscles engaged is gonna help us so that we're not working our lower back in a way that's gonna make us go, ouch, tomorrow, but instead we're keeping this in the hamstrings. And again, you can go 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. I prefer the nice 3-second slow down, big squeeze up. Whatever it is, I'm looking for 6 to 8 reps. 8 being the max. Last one. Beautiful job. Go ahead, drop one of those dumbbells. Let's talk about that sumo squat. So, as I said the first time, the stance is wider. Usually we try to keep that big toe face towards Coach Clarence, but this time we're gonna turn the feet out. It's like you're making a V. You want those toes pointed to the outside. With that, you want those knees to drive out as well too. We're working and carving the outside of the glutes, working the outside of the quad. So get low in it, keep the feet pointed out. Let's go, 3, 2, 1. Big squeeze, bring it up. Now work at your own pace. Again, this should be slow. If you're giving me like 8 to 10 reps here, I'm gonna need you to slow it down, or during the next rest, pause, add some more weight. This should be slow and controlled. And breathe. Big exhale at the top. Beautiful. Can you give me one more? Make it quick. Get it in there. Get it in there. Whew, way to go. Drop that dumbbell. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. I'm starting to perspire already. Those heavy weights. I got those blues, the light blues on there. Whatever weight you have on there. And I know some of you are thinking to yourself, I don't want to go slow. I don't want to go heavy. And that's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy in a screen asking you to love me. And also asking you to do the exercises the way that I programmed them. But if you want to go faster, you can keep it light. But here's the benefits of adding on that weight and going at a slower pace. 1, you learn control. Coach Zach always says a slow muscle is a grow muscle. And it's cool to have muscles, right? But you know what's not cool? To not be able to control those muscles out in the wild, out in the real world. You want to be able to use that functionality as you move through life. So going slow allows us that control. Number 2, lifting heavy, that's how you build strength. So keep it slow. Last time, let's deadlift. Good. Finding that hinge, remember face forward, face forward. Think about that back if you need to. Newspapers, they're right underneath those arms. Don't let that newspaper drop. There's a good article in there today in the entertainment and art section. It's gonna tell you about all the latest trends for spring or whenever it is you're taking this class. Stay with it. I'm gonna sneak one more in there. It's a quick one, but I'm gonna get it in there. Excellent job. Good work, team. Drop both of the weights if you need to. Hold on to that one weight. We're going for that sumo squat. Listen, 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 listen. You know I love options. If you want to, final 10 seconds of this sumo squat, we're just gonna hold it low. You don't have to. If you're like, nah, I'm gonna go for the reps, go for the reps. I love that vision for you. But if you want, I'm gonna hold it for the final 10 seconds. We're just gonna hold it low. Feel free to join me. Keep those ears open, I'll tell you when. Ready? Here we go. Just give me those reps. So slow and controlled. Remember, the stance is wide, so the knees are driving over the toes. Feet are staying flat. Now, if you want in 5, we're gonna hold it low. We're just gonna pulse there for the final 10 seconds. In 2, in 1, if you want to, just hold it right here. Oh, I know some of you are like, why? That's not what's listed up there. I know it's just an option. If you want, we have 4 seconds. If you want, we have 2 seconds. Big squeeze at the top. Woo. Oh, I'm feeling that. If you're doing this little walk right here, not because your back, but because your legs, that means you did it right. But go ahead, do yourself a favor. We're gonna switch it up. We're going down to just 1 dumbbell. So listen up, you don't need to change both dumbbells. You don't. You just need 1 dumbbell. So get that 1 dumbbell set up, whichever dumbbell you like, and very important, we are going for a single arm split stance wide row. This is not going to be a low row. So that weight is probably going to be a little bit lighter than you would normally have it. So set that 1 dumbbell up. Once you've got it, here's what this is gonna look like. So we talk all the time in class about how just changing the way that we hold the dumbbell or the grip we have can change the way we work a muscle. Usually for that split stance low row, we're shooting that elbow straight back, we're working the lat. We're gonna work the lat, we're also gonna get a little bit of delt and trap in the upper back when we go wide. Now, you'll do this facing the side, but here's what it's gonna look like. You'll have that leg back. I want you to think about, you're in a Coach Colby class, right? She's teaching you how to box. Someone jumps on your back. I want you to think about elbowing that person off your back. Get off my back. It's going to be wide. We close it out with an offset push-up. We'll get there when we get there, but first, let's go left hand, left leg back, turn to the side. Remember, it's wide. Here we go. That palm should be facing back towards your back leg. And again, you're taking that elbow wide, lift it up. It's like you're elbowing someone. Get off my back. Biggest things for form, don't twist. Don't twist, keep those shoulders facing the ground. And rest it up. Listen, listen, listen. We're getting down to the ground really quick. Hand placement. One hand is gonna be out wide, one hand is gonna be in close. Let's take right hand out wide, left hand in close. It's an offset push-up. So again, think about that left hand being right by your body. The right hand is out a little wider. Option to drop it down to the knees. Right now you're working that left pectoral muscle harder than the right. And rest it up. Beautiful job. All right, ready to do the same thing on the opposite side? Grab that weight again. This time we're going right hand. Make sure that hand is closest to your tempo. Right leg back, elbow wide. Here we go. Bring it wide, bring it right back down. Again, not twisting. If you're giving me this, you're not gonna work the lat as much because you're getting that twist in there. So keep everything in the torso still. It's just the arm. Final one. And rest it up. All right, team. Eyes on me. We're going back to the ground. This time, right hand is in close, left hand is out wide. Ready? Right hand in close, left hand out wide. Let's push. So this time, you're feeling that right pectoral muscle. And again, option. Feel free, especially if you've never done an offset push-up before, you can drop to the knees. I love that for you. Stay with it. Last one. And rest it up. Take that deep breath in. Big exhale. Who had never done a wide row or an offset push-up before? Anybody? A few of you, right? Yeah, trying new things. I love it for you. So with the wide row, biggest thing is we're just taking the way that we're rowing and we're just making a little change. Usually for that low row, we keep the elbow tight. The wide row, we take it wide. For the offset push-up, usually for the push-up, our hands are parallel. All we're doing is doing a little shift. When we go left, left side is closed. When we go right, right side is closed. For the final round, I'm gonna give you a way to take it up, but for now, we'll stay where we are. Let's go weight in the left. Take that left leg back. We go wide row. Here we go. Don't twist the body. That back foot is very important. Same with that front foot. Make sure everything in your body is still. The only thing that's moving is that left arm. Take it wide, palm faces back. You're crushing this, team. You're crushing it. Go ahead, put that weight down, make your way down to the ground. Left hand is in close towards our torso. Right hand is out. Ready? Here we go. Feel free, if you are struggling with this, take it down to the knees. Keep the torso long, but I promise you, I'm feeling that in my left pectoral muscle, the same way that I would if I was right here. Woo, last one. And rest it up. Bring it back up to your feet. Shake it out. We're going to that right side this time. So same. Grab the weight. Wide with the row. Wide with the row. Right leg back. Here we go. Take it wide. Elbows out wide. Trying to match the same number of reps that you gave me on the opposite side. Breathe. You can get that last one. Beautiful job. All right, team. Take it down. This time, right hand is in tight. Left hand is out wide. We take it down to the mat. Keep that right hand in tight. Let's go. Beautiful. Again, modifications right here. Still pushing. Good, 2 more. I got 1 more. Do you have 1 more? Great job. All right, team, rest it up. Working this unilateral work. Now, listen up. I feel like everyone's feeling good with the split stance wide row. Yeah, wide right, right left. I'm gonna give you an option. If you have to pause your screen, feel free to do it. I have these 2 extra weight plates. If you want to take this offset push-up up a notch, instead of going with the wide stance, when we work the left side, use the 2 weight plates, have your hand on the weight plates. All that's going to do is adding this elevation, it's just going to add some strength to that one side, working primarily the opposite side. So if you want, feel free, you can use the weight plates for the offset push-up. You don't have to, but we all have to row. Let's get it. Take it wide. Ooh, left side. Bring it down. Keeping that elbow wide. Good, you got this, team. Stay with it. Give me 1 more rep right here. You got 4 seconds. Take it up, bring it down, and rest it up. All right, team, it's a quick rest. If you want to, you can use those weight plates. Put your hand on the weight plates. You don't have to. You can just go with what we've been doing. Here we go. So you either have that left hand in close, right hand out wide, or you have the left hand on the weight plates, right hand is on the ground. Up to you. Stay with it. Final one. And rest it up. Good job, team. This is a tough set. It's a really tough set. Superset, compounding exercises, but we're in the final stretch. All we have is that right side left. So let's go ahead, starting with the row. Right leg back. Let's get it. Beautiful. Breathe. Good stuff. Stay with it. Final 5 seconds coming up right here. Give me 1 more. And rest, rest, rest. Team, take it down to the ground again if you want to. Hands can go on the right hand can go on the plates. Otherwise, just keep that right hand in close. Final set. Big push. Feel free to modify. If you want to, I have 3 more. If you want to join me, I have 2 more. If you want it, last one right here. And rest it up. Whew, team, we are not using weights for the rest of class, so don't worry about changing anything. What I do want to tell you is, Again, if that was your first time ever doing a wide row or that offset push-up, be proud of yourself. Maybe you stumbled a little bit. Maybe you got confused in the first little round. Perfectly fine. Give yourself grace to learn new things and not do it perfect the first time. So I got news for you. Perfect, it's different depending on who you ask. So as long as you got there and you tried your best, you can always come back. I'm sure you'll see them again. So, proud of you, okay? Let's talk about this final round. We got 2 bodyweight exercises. We're gonna work the core and the shoulders. Now, you heard me say in the warm-up, foreshadowing. Here's what we got. We got a 40-second set to get us started, which is the longest set of the day. You're gonna go ahead, reach those hands up. You're gonna inchworm it all the way out to a high plank. Once you get here, it's a plank up. Drop it down, bring it back up. Now listen, listen, listen. Take it all the way back up to the top. Feeling that stretch in the hammies, reaching it to the top. We do that for 40 seconds. We close out that little round with a 20-second forearm plank hold. There'll be a quick rest in between, so keep those ears and eyes on me. But we start with the inchworm first. Again, all the way out, down, up, all the way back to the top. Let's try it. So reach it up, find that forward fold. Give me that high plank position. Now, core engaged, drop it down, bring it right back up, inchworm it all the way to the top. Breathe, and take it all the way back down. Now, the goal here, try to get 5. If you only give me 4, if you only give me 3, perfectly fine. Just stay moving. I know sometimes that up and down can be a lot, so take it at your own pace. Good, good, good. Big reach. Final 3 seconds. I'm just gonna inchworm it all the way out. Feel free to end where you are. Quick little rest. In 5 seconds, everyone is in a forearm plank hold. It's a 20-second hold. You ready for it? 2, 1, breathe. So with this plank hold, no hills, no valleys. If you need to, drop the knees. I don't care if you're here. I'd rather have this than this. Feel free to drop the knees. That's perfectly fine. Stay with me for 3. And rest it out. Whew. Take that breather in. Now, why are we doing this? You're probably saying to yourself, Coach Clarence, like, we did those heavy lower leg lifts, lower body lifts. Then we did those rows and those push-ups. What's going on with this? One thing I'm trying to do more of, and I started this in 2023, is adding in some mobility to my workouts, whether it's starting there or ending there, hopefully both, bookending it, because allowing those muscles to work, and we worked heavy today. It wasn't about like getting a ton of reps, but it was about getting quality reps and working on that form. Then adding that mobility work at the end, that core work, all it's going to do is it's like you're saying to your muscles, hey, thank you for giving me all you've got. Let me give you some love. So we're working to make sure that our core feels supported so that our back tomorrow feels even better, okay? So final time through this, stand up on your feet. Just got one more set of this. One more set. Let's make it our best. Here we go. Inchworm it out. Now option, if you want to, give me 2 shoulder taps at the top of this. Then inchworm the back. You all know at this point, options in a Coach Clarence class mean you don't have to do them. They're exactly what they sound like. Options. If you want it, 2 shoulder taps. Inchworm it back. Also feel free, we talked about this last time. If you need to, maybe if you got some knee, ankle, hip issues, you can just crouch it down just like this. And then get yourself back up. I love that for you. Just finish it out. And quick little rest. All right, friends, this is it. In 5 seconds, it's our last plank hold for class, so make it your best. 2, 1, get there, just hold. Breathe. Maybe you're doing this class in the morning. Maybe you're doing this class in the middle of the day or at night. Whatever it is, set your intentions for what is next. There was a purpose, there was a reason you came here, fight for it. You got 5 seconds left in class. Don't give up. Don't you quit. Stay with me, and breathe it out. Rest, rest, rest. My heart rate is high, which is good, because we have to get back up on our feet in 5. You know the deal. It's Coach Clarence class. You got 4. Everybody's got 3, 2, 1. Just like we started class. Wide stance with those feet. Hands by your side, and this time, with intention, that big deep breath in. Big exhale out. We're not waving the white flag, we're waving that victory flag. You crushed that today, team. Way to go. Way to get in here, way to work hard. Let's cool it down. We're gonna take it back down to the ground for this, all right? I want you to go ahead, feel free, sit on those glutes. You can face forward, you can face away from me if you're mad. Whatever you need to, just sit on those glutes. And here's what we're doing. Right leg. Cross it over that left. And I just want you to hug that knee to your chest. Sit up as tall as you can. Today we had a lot of hinging. We did a lot of squatting. Even when we were in that split stance low row, your body was hinged forward in that position. I want to make sure that spine feels good. So sit as tall as you can. Now listen. Don't move the feet. All I want you to do, reach that right hand back. Try to look over your right shoulder. Feel that twist in the back. Feeling that in the lower back. You can use the left hand to press against the right knee. Feeling that in the shoulders and the chest. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring yourself back to center. Right leg goes down. Left leg is going to cross over that right knee. And just like we did on the opposite side, just hug that knee towards your chest. Just sit up nice and tall. Real elegant. Real dignified. Just think about lengthening your spine. If someone was to take an x-ray of you, your spine would be perfectly stacked. Good. And just like we did, reach that left hand back now. Try to look over your left shoulder. Oh, this is a good one. If you heard a crack, I don't want you to go, ugh, or feel like you're old. What you heard was your body saying, yeah, I did that. I worked hard. Thank you for helping me release the tension. Good. Stay with it for 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring yourself back to center. We're going to transition onto our knees. And here's what I want. I want those knees wider than your hips. I want those hands in front of you. All we're going to do, pull the hips back. And I want you to feel those hip flexors open from those squats, from that split stance. Then drive the hips forward and down. Take about 3 seconds here. Then again, pull the hips back. Can you go like 2 inches further? It's not a child's pose, but pull it further. And again, drop them forward and down. Feel free to wiggle it out. Last time, pull the hips back. Can you go 2 inches further this time? Deep breath. Exhale, forward and down. Bring it back to that tabletop and just wiggle it out. And team, I got 2 things for you as always. First one, don't forget to put those weights away. And the second one, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. You crushed this class. I hope it was the fresh start you needed. My name is Coach Clarence, and Tempo, as always, I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Bye, team.